This week on the Anime Alchemist podcast, Ohara, like they showed like that big ass like globe and like how this planet's revolving around it. Like what
There's
if
multiple
there was,
moons?
There's satellites.
Satellites. Oh.
Like what if those had like other like information on them?
Or there's another soul that resides in Mihawk's mind, and that's why Mihawk does and acts the way he is. And that's the reason his sword also means night. Yoru translates to night or evening in Japanese.
They showed Yamato, and like I already loved her, and then they showed her in like a wolf form. The Funko's in my room. They immediately they were like, "Hey, look, Henry, it's got everything you want. It's a furry and all." And like they haven't let me live it down. Welcome back to the Anime Alchemist podcast. My name is Emery.
My name is Gary.
My name's Martine. That's
yeah.
the hell of a mic.
Yeah,
he's here. He's just invisible right now.
He got the handsome Squidward treatment, and we thought that was just going to be way too much for camera. So we're just trying to
ease into it.
Yeah, ease into it.
We're budgeting right now, so
yeah.
we can afford a camera, so we can put him back on. It's just that handsome. You got to be able to pay for it.
But today we are very lucky to have a special guest. You might know him from TikTok as Monkey D. Quell, but our new friend, Mr. Quell.
Yep, so you guys can find me on TikTok at Monkey D. Quell. It's the main place where I'm usually making content at, but you can also find me over on YouTube and Twitch. On Fridays, we are streaming Theory Piece, where we are having me and my buddy Ghost Train host Theory Time, where we have you guys come up in Discord, share your theories, we listen to other theories, we go through the community and listen to any other theories that they put out there, and that might be amazing. And, you know, just go over them, try and make them better, try and see how we can add to them, try and see how maybe we can cancel some theories out and say, like, this is probably not going to happen within the story. And besides that, those are really my main handles you guys can find me on, and my name is the same everywhere. Monkey D. Quell is the same on all platforms.
Awesome. Appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. I am glad to be here, man. I'm really stoked to get chatting about some One Piece stuff, man.
I know, man. It's crazy to see, like, other TikTok like fans like be so enthusiastic about the series. I love a good person that'll like review stuff, like it's cool, but like I like people that like when they make their content you can see that they're just hyped to talk about something related to One Piece.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the vibe I give off sometimes, and I think it gives you like a little bit of too much of a nerdy vibe sometimes. I don't know if it scares people away. Ask me about One Piece in real life and I might scare you away because I get talking too much.
It's the best
feel that,
vibe,
bro. I really do.
That's too fucking relatable, actually.
Be scaring people off.
But I do appreciate everybody for tuning in, whether you guys are listening over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Maybe you guys are checking us out on YouTube. Drops every Thursday. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Just in case, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be spoilers. Sorry, there's a fly in here. Spoiler warning, like always. If you guys don't know, spoiler warning can get you 10% off on some G Fuel. Now let's talk about some anime. Yeah, sorry, there is a fly in here.
I saw it earlier. It was a massive ass fly. I'll try to get it.
We're all distracted.
It's that one that I said flew in earlier.
Even the cats are in here trying to hunt. But okay, let's get into the anime stuff. Try not to get distracted by it too much. One thing that like we thought would be like a good question to kind of ask is around like what time did you start to get into One Piece?
So to be honest, I started One Piece around when I was about like 6, I would say is the age, because what would happen is I'd stay up late watching like Naruto and Dragon Ball. And I didn't even know One Piece existed until it randomly just came on for me one day. And I was like, what is this? And I think I remember the exact episode. It was Zoro's fight versus Daz Bones.
Ooh.
And I think that's One Piece. And I started trying to like really figure out how can I watch those shows. And I went for my friends like things such as Crunchyroll existed. And that's when I like made my mom like get me a way to watch an anime, dude. So that's a whole little type TV box set that would like allow us to get all those type of episodes in anime TV shows. So I was able to watch Dragon Ball and rewatch certain episodes that my friends couldn't watch. They would have to sit up and wait till new episodes came out and stuff like that.
That's fucking
That's
sick.
really dope.
That's cool.
I didn't know they had something like that back then. That's so sick.
Your mom the fucking goat for that though.
For real.
More than what it was more of like she would get CDs and then she would burn CDs and burn episodes onto the CDs and make CDs for us to watch the episodes. So
that's sick.
Yeah,
okay.
Man, we would record on VHSs.
Dude, I was just about to say, I remember fucking recording some Dragon Ball GT episodes on VHS when it was coming out on TV.
I used to record the Yu-Gi-Oh movies on VHS.
I'd record
Like
the
Pyramid of
Pokemon
Light.
episodes.
Pyramid of Light, dude. Pyramid of Light was so good.
I couldn't go see it in the theaters.
I did.
You bastard.
And I have the card still.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
But okay, so damn, you're like a real
OG fan.
OG ass fan. Jeez, that's
Did you ever watch the 4Kids dub before you knew it was wrong?
That's with the way they started having Sanji cigarettes is like lollipops.
Lollipops and shit. Yeah.
I really didn't like that, dude. I mean, the 4Kids dub is just, I don't know. It really bothers me when I'm trying to watch One Piece. It's still great for like kids and stuff and whatnot, but like if I want to watch it, I want to see like the intensity of the show. You don't get the same intensity as watching the actual anime or reading the actual manga, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. They fit so many corny jokes in there. It feels like really early Yu-Gi-Oh.
yeah.
Hey, that intro slapped though.
Oh my god, do not bring up that intro,
Yeah.
bro.
That's a good
Yeah,
intro,
dude.
bro.
Bro, I'm just gonna say Sanji sounded like a fucked up Joey.
I could hear it.
Joey on drugs.
Joey Wheeler.
You don't know what was in those lollipops, bro.
Oh god. It's the
What
fact.
got you One Piece? What got you get started about One Piece?
Go ahead, Gary.
Man, I was in high school. Like I had checked out One Piece when I was younger, and like, you know, I saw the 4Kids dub. I was like, I don't fuck with that, right? So I ended up not watching it. But then in high school, one of my homies, he was playing a game on 3DS, and I saw a cutscene. I was like, oh, this looks dope. What's that? He's like, it's One Piece. You should watch it. So purely off faith of that, I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Ended up watching it. Turned out to be really, dude, I binged it and then been keeping up ever since.
When
A
did
lot of
you? Sorry, go ahead.
One reason, like they say, the start's bad, so it's good to hear that you liked it from the beginning. You know.
Yeah, around like episode 3 or 4, the episode with the dog, I was like, all right, I fuck with this. I'm in it for the long run.
Can't really develop a feeling for a show until you get a little deeper into it. So yeah, 3 or 4 when you meet I think his name's Chosu. I can't remember his name briefly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like 2011, around then. So like you know, all kinds of stuff was coming out then. I was like, I'll just watch it.
Not much has changed. People, there's new anime out, and you're like, oh, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Sometimes some slip under my radar. I'm like, what is that? There's 12 episodes? How have I not heard about this? Turns out it's really good.
I was too busy with One Piece.
I guess.
Truth, man. One Piece is life, man. Sometimes.
And then, so he actually, like, I remember watching 4Kids fucking dub and being completely turned off by it because my whole concept of anime was Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when I moved back to Texas, he moved back in with us. He was very adamant about telling me, like, you need to watch this, bro. Like, this is going to be like one of the best things you ever watch. I'm like, first of all, like, I've seen the stuff from the past. It looked crazy. No. That wasn't real. Don't pay attention to that. I was like, okay. It's like, also there's a shit ton of episodes. I'm like, fuck. He basically like sat me down and forced me to watch like several episodes, and it got to the point where I was just like, this is pretty awesome. No, actually I remember exactly what he did. Okay, he downloaded on a tablet several episodes like in order because we were going on like a road trip to Hobbs, New Mexico, and it's a pretty long drive, so you can get quite a few episodes in. So like as my siblings are driving, we're in the back seat and he just has it up and we're watching it. And by the time he had all the episodes we had run through done, I was like, I'm sold. How do I watch this like whenever I want? He was like, well, you're probably gonna have to get Crunchyroll. And I was like, okay. Got it right then. And I was just like, all right, let's find the next episode we're supposed to go to. And it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, that's how it gets you, man. So the road trips. You're sitting there watching One Piece, and all of a sudden you're just like, all right, I gotta get locked into this too myself. This looks good.
And then I think from that point, me and him have gotten countless people into One Piece. Like, we just made a thing of it. Like, if we talk to people and they were into anime, we're like, have you watched One Piece? And they're like, no, but I've heard about it. And
You
like,
really should. That's why you've heard about it. You should watch it.
and by the time we're done with conversating with them, they're just like, you know what? That sounds really awesome. I'm actually going to pick it up. And that's how we got Martine into it.
They're the Mormons of the anime community, bro. They go door to door. And have you heard of our Lord and Savior Oda?
The live action did so much for us.
Uh-huh.
The live action helped a lot.
It makes
actually,
it easy. Check out the live action if you really like that. The original story just expands on it more. Just watch it.
The live action put a lot of work in for us too. That is for sure.
Did you like the live action?
I think it was great, man. I think they did a great job of portraying a lot of stuff. Obviously, they had to concise a lot of arcs, so nothing was going to be one-to-one. But for what they had, they did great. They did a really good job of it.
They hit the key points.
I even agree with the changes.
I liked it, actually, yeah.
I mean, if you talk to someone who's watched the live action, you ask them like some kind of basic questions from the beginning of the arc, they know the normal stuff. They didn't change too much of crazy things. So that's the best part about it.
I like how they involved Garp a lot more in the season instead of us having to wait until like post Ennie's lobby before he started getting like really involved. I think that makes it pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed having Garp and seeing him a lot too. I think having seen Mihawk and how much they portrayed him as like a badass in the beginning was really cool to see too, because like the anime, he seemed like a badass when he was first introduced, and they just hit on that perfectly. I think probably even more, honestly. I don't know, but it felt good to see him in live action.
Just the first portrayal of him just cutting down a bunch of people, like he's just one manning an entire like beach.
Bro, he was fighting Don Krieg.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. They went that direction with this. Like, no, we'll have him take out Don Krieg just to show he's powerful.
Yeah,
Fair.
that was not.
I agree with it a lot. So, I think what we like to do is not have like such conventional questions for our guests. And you know, I'm sure you've probably been asked like a million times like who your favorite One Piece character is, but I got a better question. Who's your least favorite character in One Piece?
But to be 100% honest with you, it's probably Foxy.
Foxy. Yeah, agreed.
Like the way Foxy looks bothers the crap out of me. It's really ugly for one, and two, that arc. It's the only arc where like I force myself to stay away. I get any arc anyone can say is boring. I will disagree with them 100%. That arc is terrible. It is so boring, and it's only the filler half of it because I watched the filler half and Foxy just annoys me. His laugh is terrible. Everything he does and moves, the way he moves is terrible. I don't like Foxy, man. He just needs that. I don't know why Oda put a character like that in One Piece.
Watch, he's gonna be so important in the end game, bro. You have no idea. Just wait.
And then his power, he makes you slower, so you have to listen to his annoying voice even longer.
Dude, he has put some thought into this hatred. I love it.
He put thought into the hatred. Damn.
If I ever ran into Foxy, dude, I'm just making sure to steer clear. If I ever get slowed down to have to listen to him talk, oh my god.
Out of the One Piece laughs, he's probably got one of the worst.
I thought I disliked Cabbage a lot, but like you showed me I don't dislike him to the same level. Like he's not that bad.
No, you dislike
actually.
Rebecca to that level.
Oh my god, I forgot about her. I fucking hate her.
Biggest crybaby in One
terrible
Piece.
character. Terrible character.
Parasparrow. Like I personally, he's kind of creepy. And the fact that Pedro had to go out and he still didn't die bothers me to this day. I love Pedro. Pedro was the shit. And like whenever he was fighting Carrot and Wanda in Onigashima, like him actually every moment that he had like an advantage on them, I was like, no, this is not what I want. And then like the fact that it had to be like Cat Viper to come in and like finish it up, I was like, come on, damn it, where's Carrot deserved to deliver the justice, damn it.
I kind of agree with that, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't like Parasparrow much either.
Nope.
But Martine hit the nail on the head when he said Rebecca. I was like, damn, he knows me better than I know me.
There's a whole episode dedicated to you hating on Rebecca, bro.
As there should be. We should make another.
Part 2, reasons why you hate her.
Martine, you got a least favorite character?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I used to really hate Big Mom actually, but she's grown on me. Not in the sense that I like her, but like I don't hate her anymore. I think she's very useful to the story. So
Oh, you don't hate her character.
I don't hate her character. I just like I'm not a fan of seeing her on screen and stuff, but Wano kind of won me over, and I was like, okay, like no, she is an important character in the story of One Piece. In terms of like absolute hate the character, I feel like there's a good amount. The fucking fish dude from Fishman Island, the one that could throw things. I forgot his name. Vanderdecken.
Yeah.
Fuck him. He sucks. He's annoying.
Oh,
He's kind of
no.
like a pedophile too.
I hate Vanderdecken. I hate Caribou. Caribou is a slimy piece of shit.
But he's so clutch, man. Like, think about it. He had all that food ready for fucking... Like, he was ready to steal all that food, but he was like...
Fuck.
You know what the fuck? You know what I just realized? People are starving in Wano, and that man was hoarding all that food.
Dude, does stuff go bad in there? Like, does time pass? If he puts a mermaid in there, does she just suffocate?
Clearly not. I mean,
That's actually a big question. I don't know. Like, I don't know how he keeps good food in there too. Is it not covered out swamp crab?
it's temperature controlled.
Does it work like a RPG thing? It's like the item box.
I knew that was coming.
I'm just saying. It's the closest thing.
Okay, so actually, just because we were talking about hatred, but then, like, because I think there's, like, some characters we, like, mention. It's like, yeah, we, like, mutually all kind of hate them. But I realized something, okay? There is a character in One Piece that is so fucking beloved that, like, I think the community all agrees it is, like, the most loved character. Like, if you say anything negative about him, the hordes come in and will come for your fucking throat. And, like, there's literally, you can't really complain or say anything bad about him.
I don't really have any guesses as to who
Really?
it is. I don't.
I have a guess.
Who?
On Clay.
Bon Clay,
Oh,
baby.
Shit, he's right. Yeah.
Easily, I will throw in an argument. Most beloved character in anime. Because he's loved throughout the entirety of One Piece. And the One Piece community is humongous.
I guess that's a fair argument. I always do that. The thing where you're like, hey, you're gonna love that character. And you're like, what? I always do that to people because someone did it to me. And I was like, no, I won't. I fucking do.
Every time.
Bon Clay's too good. His storyline's too good. I don't think there's many people who even like dislike Bon Clay. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they dislike Bon Clay, honestly. But you know, there's always that one person who tries to be different. Yeah.
If you dislike Bon Clay, you just weren't paying attention.
Seriously,
You weren't watching One Piece.
You haven't got to Impel Down yet.
Or that, yeah.
Sorry, it's true.
I thought it was
That's
funny.
the only reason why you would have a problem with Bon Clay.
It's
And
fair.
Honestly, you're right about that. I mean, because Japan like appraises their topics over there, so there's no reason to even be like that.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was just an interesting little thought, because like I posted a video about it on TikTok, and I mean just everybody was like, yeah, Bon Clay the best. Like people were quoting him. Like some people, like straight up, so many people were like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hated him in the beginning, but then I got to Impel Down, my opinion completely changed. Absolute best boy.
No, when he drags Luffy through that fucking ice field while the wolves are attacking, and then he cheers him on, I was like, oh, and then he sacrificed himself? Nah.
Yeah. No, it was amazing.
You
What
can't
do
get mad at that. Like they're the goat from that point on.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens after that. From that point, you're like, imagine if Bon Clay was here. How far we even gone after that, dude? Like, come on.
Some people have said that they consider Bon Clay like an honorary Straw Hat. How do y'all feel about
I
that?
agree. Honestly, I agree.
He got on the ship, and he bonded with everybody on that ship immediately without
for
knowing.
Sanji.
No.
He didn't meet Sanji.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
but he won his respect though after they fought.
That's true.
That's true.
Even by then.
but
I'm
We
sure
saw
he'd be
him.
accepted.
dancing like him, Luffy, and Chopper normally do. So like, once I saw that, I was like, all right, he's coming. Take, I'm not scared of you anymore, and you're an enemy.
Mhm. So I thought a fun question to ask, because like I think we think about it a lot, and I'm just curious to see what you might say. If you could eat any devil fruit, what would it be?
The Tori no Mi model Phoenix.
Damn. Oh man, he knew what that.
Solid fucking answer.
It's a good pick.
Only reason why. When you're watching One Piece, you're learning. When you're first watching it with the lower tier animation, right? You're going through. You're getting towards the Marineford arc, right? Spoilers for anyone who might not be there. You're seeing all these cool devil fruits. You see your first zone. You see small things, right? And then you get to Marineford, and this guy shows up, and he just these Logias, these overpowered crazy people. He just stops it all. He stands in front of one of their beams, and it's a dude with a fruit, but he's flying. It's a bird is on fire, dude. Like. And my favorite color was light blue at the time, so Marco to me was just the coolest thing I could have ever seen. His power still to me now is cool. He can heal himself and anybody, and then to think about awakenings and potentials of that, Phoenix, mythological wise, naturally there were red phoenixes who can burn people, and there's blue phoenixes which heal people. So Marco should actually be able to burn things too and harm things with his flame, but he can't. So. That's the hope of seeing an awakening with Marco. Maybe he comes back into the story. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see. But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Like, what if?
That'd be really cool.
That's
really cool.
What if, like, because we've seen, I guess, like how there's different devil fruit awakenings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kaido had
through
like a
Zoans.
big form.
True.
And here's the Oda Toto specifically that like when something goes through an awakening zone specifically, it's a risk that you really have to almost die to do it. We've seen what happens with Gear 5. The Info Down Zone guards, they've shown what happens, the risk if you fail an awakening, the animal completely takes So with Marco, Phoenixes within their mythology, they have to die and be reborn naturally. So what if he gets his awakening involves dying and being reborn as the bright burning?
What if he like sacrifices himself and then he comes back and he's awakened?
See, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
Also, I think he single-handedly explained why I love Marco so much. I've never put it into words, but that is the best reason. Showing up to Marineford and then seeing like just this fucking phoenix out of nowhere contend with admirals like easily was the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen at the time.
That and then just having to be like, okay, so that exists.
Like that's a thing. Anything is possible.
A thing now. There's mythical stuff.
That's when I knew like One Piece was gonna get crazy because I was like, if this is in the show, what other animals is he on brain? What other myth? I was eager just to see mythical creatures because I love mythology. So I was like, Phoenix, what's next? And then they showed us Sengoku's Buddha. I was like, okay, now things are getting serious.
Bro, dude, I wasn't expecting that. It was like, oh, boom, there's a Buddha. I was like, oh god, that's what the like I guess awakened version of a human fruit would be, but that's base model Buddha.
Terrifying. Oh my god.
Oh, we were talking about awakenings earlier. I actually wanted to see because I don't know if we've. I'm sorry. No, you go ahead, bro.
And like when it comes to Hito, because I swear I can break down Chopper, Luffy, even Onimar, but Sengoku's, I don't know if that's a full Zoan form or even what his hybrid form looks like because he's a golden Buddha, but Buddhas look like humans too, and they're not that big normally, but
he was massive.
Why he's so massive? That's the only thing that confuses me too. So
I wonder if we'll ever get a little bit more explanation on his devil fruit specifically, because I know he's retired, but I feel like he's still semi part of the story, right?
I mean, we saw in the cover story that him and Tsuru are on a ship right now, so maybe
yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he ain't done too much, but yeah. No, I hope so, because I like Sengoku, and I think he's kind of one of those Marines that we can put in that same camp of like Garp and like the good Marines, the ones that like actually fight for justice and like for the sake of the people, and not like the bad side of the Marines where we see like, you know, Akainu and what's his face, Green Bull.
I could see, but I like the theory that Sengoku's just like he's retired because he's actually like running sword.
Oh yeah, that's been a popular theory too.
It's a pretty good theory. I think it's pretty plausible too with everything we see from him too, but nothing can be proven until Oda shows us, and the community can be pretty harsh with certain theories.
This is very true.
So with all these factions though, you can't trust anybody. You don't know who's part of Sword and who isn't.
Yeah, for real, because you're over here thinking
Lucci could be part of Sword.
I don't
know.
I've always thought someone in CP0 might be just different, and if it were someone, it'd either be Lucci or Kaku. Kaku just seems a little bit nicer than how he makes himself out to be when he's around Lucci, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be kind of it'd be interesting, but it'd also be kind of obvious that they were like, because the point of Sword is also kind of infiltrating and pulling like what X-Drake did, right? Like he was undercover Marine being a pirate for like so many years, and Lucci obviously has experience being undercover, you know, like so. But it's kind of like the reverse. He wasn't a pirate. He was just pretending to be a shipwright and ended up being part of like a government organization. So I feel like once you've kind of revealed that, it might be a little tougher to pull it off again, but for a different faction.
That's fair.
But he has the skill set, though. In terms of, like, capability, more than capable of being part of Sword, for sure. I would just speculate him right off the bat. Be like, it's you, isn't it?
I can agree with that, too, honestly.
I mean, CP0 be making moves on, like, high levels, though. Like, direct orders under the Gorosei. The fact that Lucci stepped out of line as hard as he did.
He was prideful.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Actually.
And they also got duped by Stussy, too. Stussy was, like, you know, undercover, I guess.
A double agent.
Yeah.
See, I could see her being a part of it. What's up? Oh.
Nice, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys expect us to run through CP0 as quick as we're running through them?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw them sacrifice a guy to like pull Luffy's arm back, I was like, okay, they're not that powerful.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I always forget about that.
Yeah, a guy died for that, and it still didn't kill Luffy.
Damn, that's a really good point. That man's death was pointless.
Yeah, no, and even the people making the call were like, fuck. I think it was the Gorosei. They're like, fuck, like, this guy's a good soldier, but we're going to have to sacrifice his piece.
Shit.
At the end of the day, they're just fodder to them.
Now, is there a devil fruit that you would be upset if you like ate it by accident? Like if you ate it and then you like realized the abilities kicked in, like what, like your immediate thought would be like, you gotta be shitting me.
There's a devil fruit I ate that I had Trebles fruit, the snot snap fruit.
Oh.
That's a great answer.
If I ate that fruit, I would be, I don't know, dude. I just would jump in the ocean.
I'd learn how to like make it into a candy or something. try to get something off of it.
You're gonna be like Rick when he was Piss Master.
Yeah.
Piss pop, piss pop, piss pop.
Oh,
Y'all are
God,
nasty.
so fucking gross. So salty.
I'm dead serious. I would be incredibly fucking pissed if I ate the fucking jacket fruit.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'd be pissed if I ate the cream fruit. Are you kidding me?
What is the
I see us
cream
make
fruit?
It was somebody in
Opera.
It's opera's fruit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Mom Pirates. The dude looks like he ate the cream fruit.
No, you know what the worst one to eat would be?
Mm.
The human fruit. Just base human fruit.
Otis confirmed that if you eat that, like you become enlightened.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then never mind then.
Oh,
I was about to say, like, I thought you just eat that, then you lose your ability to swim, and then that's it.
You become like a more enlightened human, closer to like what happened with Sengoku eating the Buddha.
That's what I want you guys to realize. Otis said that if you eat a human fruit, you become a more like you become more human-like, or like a certain of an enlightened being. And then the three people who have other people who have human fruits are enlightened beings. You have a god, you have a Buddha, and you have a monk.
Oh. See, it could have been useful had like anybody else ate it. Who you know, who knows? Like if Dr. Heatalook had ate it, maybe he wouldn't have been sick.
Oh, he probably would have figured out a way to cure his disease.
Mm-hmm.
We're referring to Chopper's fruit right now, right?
Yeah.
It's the base model human.
With Chopper's fruit, that he's no. I think he's one in hiding it. I know we already got one Hito fruit with Oda, but with Chopper, dude, I swear it's there. I know it's there.
Dude, I hope it's something crazy. I hope it's like Wendigo. Like some kind of supernatural being, not just like a deity,
Some kind of like mythological kind of.
or like a being that like lords over land. You know, like something along those lines.
Hey man, he's a deer. What if he's just it's gonna be the skinwalker fruit? I'm sorry.
I think it's more of like a mix of like different things, dude. Because like he's got like Wendigo and like depictions of him, you know what I mean? But he's also got like mythological deer deity depictions of him too. So I think Oda kind of took things, combined them into one, kind of, you know, to jumble up what Chopper is, you know.
I like.
See, I fuck with it though. I fuck with it though, cause Chopper best boy. The more complexity he throws in there, I'm happy with.
Can I ask you a question, Quell?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you rank the Straw Hats for me? I'm curious to see what your ranking is.
Start at the bottom.
Yeah, from least favorite to most favorite. No, like just favorite ones.
Personal like favoritism, like.
Are we including Luffy in that?
Yeah.
Am I including Luffy?
Yeah, you can include them.
All right, so Luffy, Chopper, Usopp, Brook, Zoro,
Wow.
Nami, Sanji, Robin, Frankie.
Damn.
Kind of newer to my list, so I don't really have him like in a specific spot, so he's at the bottom right now. But like, I have to think about where Jinbei would put. I'd probably put Jinbei at like number 6 though.
Okay.
He's definitely above.
He's above Sanji?
Yeah.
Why all the Sanji hate, my guy?
I don't even hate Sanji, dude. It's just like it's really hard for me sometimes to like sit there and enjoy watching Sanji when he just won't. Like he'll do stuff when he needs to jump into action, but like when he's sitting there gawking over women and stuff, dude, it bothers me sometimes. I just like come on, Sanji, do something, dude. Like sometimes he really messes with the crew and it affects what we're doing because he's gawking over a woman, dude. It's bad. Like Fishman Island, he made me so mad. Fishman Island's only really made me mad.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Fishman Island is probably like the poorest performance that Sanji has ever had. Like,
yeah.
That's my least favorite version of Sanji. But outside of the gag, I feel like he moves the plot along and helps more than anything. Like he's kind of a very big support system for the crew.
Maybe that's why Oda had him be that character. To come in and like do this crazy shit that nobody else is doing to get the crew out of whatever situation. Cause like, I gotta make up for the fact that he's like a horn dog.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think like if to consider something, my rankings more based off like how much they make me laugh. You know what I mean? So like, I got Usopp, Luffy, and Chopper at the front because like they're always together making you laugh, dude. Like if you go to old One Piece, like back in Skypiea especially, dude, or like when they're first headed from Giant to Skypiea, it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah.
That's fair. No. That's.
We need
solid.
more of that.
Skypiea is one of the funniest arcs too. I love Skypiea now.
Yeah, it's a really good arc. That's why I don't know why a lot of people skip that arc because like it's got some funny comedy in it too, and like the arcs even like right before that where they're going from like I think it's where they're going from Alabasta to no, they're going from Drum Kingdom to Alabasta, and the giant Sea King shows up, and Luffy and Sanji and everybody are starving, hungry, and they look at the Sea King, and the Sea King looks at them, and they're like, the Sea King just gets scared.
I remember that.
Like cut this thing up and eat it.
Best pre-time skip had like the best like humor.
Yeah, it was a lot more lighthearted.
So you said earlier that you can kind of like nerd out on One Piece, and that's very relatable. So I have a question. I'm just curious if you've ever had this thought, but have you ever played with the concept of your own kind of devil fruit idea?
Yes.
Oh, okay, same.
Yes.
Would
you
you
like-
go?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh
please.
yeah. Lay it on us.
Okay, so my fruit was paramecia at first. Well, I made two iterations of different fruits. One's a mythical song, one's a paramecia. So the first one is the Helio no Mi. It's a sun fruit. And this fruit is a paramecia that allows you to create mini constructs of different levels of sun. So you can create a red sun, a blue sun, any different type of gas giant. And eventually you can combine those suns and create a white sun, which would be like basically a white supernova or a black sun.
That's fucking
Well, that's
sick.
cool. Broken as shit.
Yeah, for real.
Was model fruit. It was the Hito no Mi model Raijin. Raijin is a
The Thunder God.
thunder god. Sorry, yeah, he's a thunder god deity, and Raijin's actually a wolf, so it's a lightning wolf, which is what it would
Oh, that's fucking sick. No, I like that.
Everyone's like, I found a new favorite thing, a lightning wolf.
You had me at furry.
Fucking.
Sorry.
No, he likes wolves, but he also likes lightning.
Oh, he likes wolves.
Oh, dude, you have
Yeah, he's
you
got
have
a
no
wolf
idea. The
tattooed
moment
on
like
him.
they showed Yamato and like I already loved her, and then they showed her in like a wolf form. The Funko's in my room. They immediately they were like, "Hey, look, Henry, it's got everything you want. It's a furry and all." And like they haven't let me live it down. I don't know why. I like wolves, man. Fuck off.
I just think
I don't
you like
judge.
the idea of having to lift the tail.
Oh, too much work. Sorry. Okay, no, but no, I really fuck with the devil fruit ideas.
No, that's really fucking cool, actually.
Actually, I wanted to. This isn't on our kind of our list, but one of our previous guests, Angie, we call her real life Nico Robin. She has this thing called "Hear Me Outs." Do you have like a One Piece "Hear Me Out"? Where like they were just like saying like I like to say "Hear Me Out" on Yamato, even with the whole fucking furry.
Hear me out.
Yeah, like hear me out.
I'm not gonna hear anybody out. The snake girls.
Oh my god, no.
Hey, hear me out.
No. No.
The green one. Hear me out.
Like for Gary, like I hate to do it to you, bro, but like hear me out. Black Maria, like as long as she's not in the spider form, bro, you're good.
That one's not a hard hear me out. That one's like a.
But Gary is completely turned off to the idea because it's a spider lady.
Yeah, but just the fact that she is part spider makes me inherently not trust her.
My hear me out would be to rage you. Hear
Oh,
me out on
okay. She's kind of she scares me. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
mean, she got the thigh tattoos, bro. I'm here for it.
exactly where you got me at, my friend. 6'6". Oh yeah.
I've heard
Plus-
I've heard people say "hear me out" on Madame Charlie, the fish lady from Fishman Island, the one with the crystal ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can hit me out on Madam
I
Trump too.
I agree with that completely.
Mhm.
Still a fish.
See, look, when they get old, their legs split. They get legs.
Is that true? Is that canon?
Yes, it is. We saw it. We saw it, unfortunately. And Sanju was horrified.
Oh my god.
I can't think of any like terrible ones that like. I see, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hear me out,
Ma Cherie.
Mother Caramel.
The tiny little, the fucking little princess.
I was kidding. I'm sorry.
Mother Caramel was pretty bad back in the day.
Back in the day,
Bro,
she,
Big
she
Mom,
also
Big Mom was
fucking-
bad back in the day.
Mother Caramel also fucking kidnapped children.
But hear me out. Like,
But hear me out. What's wrong with you?
Tsuru.
Which one?
Tsuru, what's it called? Like Kinemon's wife.
Kingdom on Soul. You know what? Yeah, no, I respect it. She's loyal as fuck.
Yeah.
oh, Gary, I got one that you like to justify a lot. Smoothie.
I just
mean,
it too.
Look, bro. She got those legs.
Got the legs that are long, dude.
Yeah, she can squeeze every drop out of you.
Mm-hmm.
God.
See, you know,
Welcome to the podcast.
I even wanted to go back to remark like his thing about Reiju. You know, we saw what she can do sucking venom out of Luffy.
Okay, we'll stop right there. But yes, we're on the same page.
Oh, now we're family friendly.
Just some ideas for you guys.
That's
Something to ponder.
that's a fun topic. Hey, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me out. Yeah.
All right, man. You know that little old lady walking around with the fake Edward's son.
Oh,
You
back-
mean fucking Miss
Oh,
Buckingham now?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Back in
I
the
mean, Stussy a
in the
clone of
day.
her. She's
Yeah.
fine.
back in the day.
Hear me out. Only
I'm
back
trying-
in the day, though.
Only back.
Hey, hold on. Get Bonnie and have her de-age her.
There we go.
Would she get taller? You think?
I mean, I feel like the whole idea of people shrinking as they age is a true
Mm-hmm.
thing, but it's also like a Mexican and Asian thing. Like we just or Hispanic.
We
we
do
just
get
refer to that.
smaller.
It's like as you age, you shrink.
Yeah, I mean my mom.
Like,
Is,
even my
my mom is so
grandparents said
short.
that.
Y'all have seen her.
Yeah.
I got one. It's kind of crazy though. Hear me out. The female Vegapunks. You think they got like a vibrate mode?
Yes.
Like we said, like Android 18 probably does.
Okay, bro.
I'm here
okay.
for Lilith.
Lilith. The what? Bro, they showed her flying. I was like, God damn. What? No, she double cheeked up. It's crazy. So I'll hear you out. Look, the York. When I saw how bad she was, I was like, that still don't make everything else I saw better.
Yeah, all the like eating and
Taking the big poop and all that. Like, sorry,
that killed it for you.
We're gonna ignore you.
They're the only two, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the robots and the guys.
That's a terrible fucking topic. I'm sorry. Should do that with the other anime though. So I guess kind of on like bad topics, but like this one's always kind of fun. Do you have any One Piece hot takes?
I got a few, but one that I've been trying to push lately is that Mihawk, or there's another soul that resides in Mihawk's body, and that's why Mihawk does and acts the way he is, and that's the reason his sword also means night. Yoro translates to night or evening in Japanese.
Just like Hakuba and Cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it. It's possible.
It would explain like the crazy ass eyes.
I mean, that's the thing is
The eyes are a
had
big deal.
those eyes. Hakuba had similar eyes when Cabbage transformed.
The thing is too, if you look at like when Hakuba and Cavendish transform, Cavendish normally just has blue eyes. Hakuba's eyes, if Hakuba's in control, the eyes are just plain white. There's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
But if both aware and there's two souls awakened and they're both trying to fight for that body, those rings appear. Those rings are actually there at the time, which means those rings clearly mean that means that there's an active soul within another person's body if we're seeing rings in other people's eyes.
Mhm.
And only people that are like Emu, Mihawk, and Zunisha.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
The emu thing makes a lot of sense. Like that's what I was gonna bring up because emu. That's all we've really seen is like those eyes, like with the rings and shit like that. And the only other characters that we've seen is Mihawk. So I could totally see that.
I don't know if you know, Mihawk's eyes are actually supposed to be red in a ring, not yellow like they are. They're only supposed to be red like Emus. They're supposed to be the same. So I like a long-running theory, like those two are possibly have some type of relations, but it's not Mihawk himself, it's the other soul within his body. The soul would come because similar to how Zoro's, battling the inner soul of Enma and finding the soul that's within that sword. It's the same thing. I would think like most swordsmen there, that soul comes from their swords. The same thing common with Emu. She has a sword that she uses, one of the 21st kings. So, but I'm not exactly sure. Theories.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
I've always thought of the theory also with Blackbeard and like how he could have possibly like multiple souls, and that's why it would let him have a second devil fruit. I have nothing to back up that argument. It's just something that I've seen very commonly in the community and that I stand by.
It's a pretty common theory, and it's one that's pretty plausible because, it makes a lot of sense for Blackbeard to seem like an individual to have more souls because the way he acts at different times, for one, and two, Oda's pretty distinct and pretty specific with his art, so he doesn't draw some of the different teeth at different times.
Oh, the teeth theory. Yeah, I love the teeth theory.
So, the teeth are one thing, but you can also look at things like his skull symbol or his whole Jolly Roger. It's got like the 8 octopus or the 8 ends of an octopus. Those are things that people use in their theories too. I like to usually take a different route from talking about Blackbeard though. Same talks about.
And I'll always address the original, I guess, foreshadowing to it when they first encountered him, and they were like, Zoro and Luffy were like, yeah, they were weird. They were like, Nami was like, he was kind of weird. And it's like, I mean,
you mean they?
You mean they? Them? Yeah, like it was more than just one person there. Explains why Luffy didn't fuck with him. He's like, yeah, this guy's weird. And if Luffy's saying they're weird, they're weird.
It makes a lot of sense why Luffy acts like that way too, because Luffy usually, for most people that he meets, he doesn't really think much of them, or he just naturally gravitates toward them. He doesn't usually say, this guy's weird, I don't really like him,
Solid.
The vibes weren't there.
Do you have a most underrated One Piece arc?
I actually do,
Okay.
and it's Skypiea.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think Skypiea is the most information giving arcs, and it's only because of now what we're starting to learn that is so information giving.
I mean,
So
that's
like rewatching One Piece and watching through Skypiea, you're like, you see stuff within Skypiea, and you're like, oh, hold on now, like what was that? Why is that there? And you really start to pay attention to a lot of other things that you shouldn't have really noticed.
It foreshadows so much. Yeah.
It makes you notice how good of an author Oda really was, and like how he's just made sure he went back and connected certain things and not forget and touch on certain things. He ain't perfect, but he's doing a very good job of connecting a lot of the stuff he's been doing.
That arc expanded the world like an insane amount. Just the idea that we go from maybe there's sky islands to confirmed like there's islands in the sky. That's a functional thing. We figured out. He like gives us an explanation how it all functions and everything, and like now that's part of it. So he didn't even have to explain anything. It's just Nami landed in what area? Another sky island somewhere. There's no need for the explanation because he expanded on the world. That's just a possibility now.
It's just like another island essentially, as if they were on the mainland.
I just thought that was so cool. It opened up the world a lot.
You're not just.
It's only islands that like houses something very important from the ancient kingdom. And when I say very important, something as important as their gold. Because if you like look at One Piece, dude, gold is seeming to be like one of the most important resources that you can find throughout the show, dude. And that was Arc Maxim was made completely of gold. Then we sit there and learn that the ancient weapon Uranus is a sky weapon too, and everyone's already been theorizing that Uranus might be this crazy sky weapon, So gold seeming like, and then we've got Yanel with his golden staff and his implications in Skypiea and how important the gold of the ancient kingdom was and whatnot. So, and the ancient city's gold. So, Joy Boy literally went there, hit his gold there, hit his poneglyphs there, and that's the first place before then going, to Fishman Island. So, what was so important about the gold within the story that made it so relevant? And as far as I know, gold's a great conductor of electricity and using it for energy. So.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I never really thought about the importance of gold.
Neither had I.
Man, money always ends up important.
Unfortunately.
Dog, what if the One Piece is actually related to gold and it would be something as simple as like a buried treasure, like actually pirate treasure, and it's something maybe made of gold. It could be anything, but gold being like a very prominent aspect.
Frankie would have to build a whole extra ship for all that treasure. Nami would just be like, yes!
Nami would have a field day, bro.
I'm opening my own bank.
Oh my god.
The One Piece have you guys ever really considered what it could possibly be?
A million things.
Yeah. One that I like is like, I think it's I think it's more comical, and it's also kind of just like a mind twist. Is that it's the first volume of One Piece, and like that's why like Roger and all of them like laughed because they were like, this literally tells us like what's about to happen next. That's funny as shit.
How did we get here?
And like we're just here too early. Like I was just
it's not my time. That'd be crazy.
That'd be pretty funny if that's actually what that was, dude.
That'd be so fucking meta.
Yeah, fucking Oda's the only one that can pull it off, though.
Why? I hope it's a combination of things. I hope it's a combination of like a large fortune for money, but also like some kind of physical proof of other existence, or like true solution to the void century, or just like knowledge that we can use to like jump to the next point.
But it's also got to be something that would initially make Roger and his crew laugh, because that's the first reaction that they had when they stumbled upon it, right?
Yeah, but imagine finding out the knowledge of like oh well, this world's super tiny, and like the expanses of it are even more insane. And he's like thinking like, oh well, it's not my time. Like,
Yeah.
What if
I sped run everything, and I'm dying, and I don't have time to do it. Like,
I got it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a golden poneglyph,
Okay.
and it's
we already
telling
saw one of those.
a
didn't we?
golden one,
No, not a golden one.
Oh no, it's
And-
just outlined in gold,
and like
surrounded by.
No, it was the bell, and it was the up in Skypiea. Remember when Odin like carved
Oh,
out the
carved on
message?
it.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what you're thinking.
okay.
But yeah, what if it was like a gold poneglyph and it was like, hey, congrats, like you found the poneglyph for this planet.
You found the first One Piece. There are 10 more.
Think about it, like we've seen like the like globe in Robin's hometown, O'Hara, like they showed like that big ass like globe and like how this planet's revolving around it. Like what
There's
if
multiple
there was,
moons,
there's satellites.
satellites. Oh.
Like what if those had like other like information on them?
You know what I
See,
think?
that'd
it
be
is?
interesting.
What's up?
I think it's something that would get rid of the red line. And Roger
Ooh.
can be accessed for it until a certain time. So Roger laughed because he was just way too early.
Ah,
Either the red line or the calm belt, which goes the opposite, or the grand line and the calm belt, which goes the opposite way. And one of those should not exist because Oda, for some reason, told us that Luffy's based off of Brazil. And if you look at the Brazilian flag, also, it looks exactly like the One Piece world. It's almost the same exact thing. I was like in shock when I saw it, dude.
really?
Look at the Brazilian flag.
Oh, hold on, yeah. Can you pull that up, Martin?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm about to have my mind fucking blown.
See, I fuck with it. It's like, look, we're.
Oh, right. It's the world, and it
Oh.
literally has a fucking.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Did we just solve the
Huh.
One Piece?
And I was like, what if that's what the One Piece was really supposed to look like? So I started thinking, what if one of these aren't actually supposed to exist?
Like, I think the red line is completely man-made. I don't think that was ever supposed to be like there actually, and I think it had just been created somehow artificially or man-made eons ago, like even before the Void Century, and that's what like divided the world into the four oceans.
If we saw an island get completely erased without any
Mhm.
kind of trace, yeah, I'm sure they could create something large like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought
Even if it took hundreds of years, and like tons of like feeding a person the same devil fruit over a ton of years, working them their whole life, world government could do it.
Yeah.
So do you think the world government might have created the Pluton, or it might have been Joy Boy who created, not Pluton, the red line, or maybe the world government who did it, like Emu and them?
I could see
Yo.
Emu in them. I mean, y'all remember Tequila Wolf, the bridge country?
Uh-huh. Oh, that bridge has been being built for forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hundreds
Or
of
the-
years.
Be careful. Also, just as a quick reminder, all they've seen in the anime specifically is up like before we've even cut away to like Garp and everything. So they don't know too much about like lore specific things. Well, just as a heads up.
We're getting lore
How far in?
They just saw Luffy and
Zoro.
Lucci and Zoro all kind of like team up against the Seraphims.
Hey, Kaku was there.
But before we cut away for like a good while to like the rest of the world, so it's about like a yearish behind.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that they don't get spoiled for that because those are some very major things that we
we're
might know.
so in the dark and it's fucking hilarious.
It's crazy.
Head stuff, and not talk about anything to do with Egghead, so mostly just Wano stuff and anything before that. Like mainly, I talk a lot about Skype in my video.
Yeah.
So.
No, and Skypiea is fantastic, and I feel like we learn more and more about it. Like I feel like each arc is gonna tie back into either that or even some other arcs too. Like you can see maybe they could have foreshadowed other things, and there's just so much depth to each story that he's told with these arcs.
Skype is actually how I honestly started a lot of my theory benches, dude, because Skype is based off of like, I don't know, Aztec mythology, Mayan mythology, all that mythology. And if all those mythologies kind of follow the same kind of similar stories where they have like these creation myths, the world was created and destroyed 5 different times. They name these worlds like 4 Jaguar, 4 Water, 4 Rain, different things like that. And like when researching the worlds and whatnot, that's kind of what kind of got me along the binge of. And Aztec mythology is kind of the baseline of what Oda used to help him create One Piece, and it's also 1,000 other mythologies. Also,
Yeah.
it's not just Aztec mythology, but I saw Aztec as a baseline because I could find it in almost every arc of the story, even not just Skypiea.
Okay. I do really like how he includes a lot of mythologies from our world and kind of mixes it all together.
Hey, so since you like mythology so much, I got a question, and if you ain't seen it, I got an anime recommendation. Have you seen Onyx Equinox?
No, sir.
It's spelled Onyx Equinox. But
Mhm.
it's like Mesopotamian Aztec mythology. You know, like Quetzalcoatl comes in and makes a bet with the kid, and it's about the kid's journey.
Damn.
It's really dope. It starts off crazy. Like that first episode, you'll probably be like, I'll give it a watch. It's 12 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
Yeah.
where can I watch it on?
It's on Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll?
Mhm.
Oh, it's an anime.
Yeah, yeah. It's an anime.
He showed us
like
the first episode and it was wild.
It's like a stereotypical band of 5 heroes journey kind of story with a bunch of twists.
Okay,
That's
sounds good. And it's going through like Aztec mythology and all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's really dope. They have him go through like certain trials and open like I believe it's certain portals into the underworld, so then like or he like removes a seal to sort certain seals to the underworld to allow something to happen. I forget. It's been a while since I watched it, but it was really good. I'd suggest you check it out.
Sounds good to me, man. Speaking of the underworld's like very important in Aztec mythology, and that's why I talk about Mihawk a lot, because
Mm-hmm.
I think he has something to do with the whole underworld stuff. Plus, Pluton, everything about the ancient woman Pluton says death about it. Screams something to do with death, because Pluton's the god of the underworld and things like that. So
Huh.
that's all, wanted to straight towards that way when talking about Pluton and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
I hadn't thought about that.
Names are very important in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
One Piece. I think names can give you a big hint about where Oda might be going, and what direction he might be going.
Oh yeah, for sure, all the time, dude. Names are like probably one of the biggest things, because like sometimes Oda uses names to confuse the heck out of you. Like I think he did that with the 5 elders 1,000%, because their names, some of them have the names. They have like
I don't think they know the names of the rest of them yet, though. Hold on.
We know
We know Saturn.
Saturn. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't met the others yet.
their names. I was gonna say they have the names of planets, but they represent other things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
I did kind of like theorize, because like
them, and then they don't represent what they think. So that's
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Because like I know like a while back I theorized that like all the like end game, I guess, characters are going to be those that which are like either have something to do with the solar system, so you have like the sun god, but then like if you got Saturn as a Gorosei, and I know that they said that like Emu translates to like Earth, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then you have these the planetary weapon, or not the ancient weapons, that are like also named after like either planets on our solar system or like Roman gods that are like depicted for that planet. And so like, but then like you have all that, and then off to the far side you have the one character that literally has a name for a move called Black Hole. So like I kind of see everything stretching from like the sun to a black hole and ending up being like the actual final fights.
The big pieces on the chessboard.
Mm-hmm. Like knowing Blackbeard, Luffy will probably murk up the fucking solar system, and then just as like all of that's done, Blackbeard gonna come in like a dickhead, trying to secure like the win he was really after.
Don't forget about the moons. The moons.
Oh.
NL, Edaru,
Mhm,
he could come in at any point, and who knows what he gonna do too.
I wish they would bring back Enel more than any character.
Another character. I love it now, man.
Mm-hmm. Quick question: you're mostly, or I'm guessing you watch sub, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you heard about this whole thing about the voice actor for Sabo?
No, what's going on with that?
So there was some controversy about him that came out recently. Basically, I'm pretty sure he had an affair, and he's been having an affair for like a little over a decade.
I think it was with like a fan or something, right?
Yeah. And so like it's become a whole bunch of like controversy, and like Japan really just does not play around with that kind of stuff. And so they recently put out a what is the word for me?
An announcement.
Yeah, they recently
Statement.
put a statement. They recently put out a statement that like apparently the voice actor has decided to step down from the role, and that they'll be looking to find a replacement for him.
So no more Sabo?
No more Sabo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get a new voice for him, which will be interesting.
Yeah, his VA is done.
Sounds like a cursed role.
Who knows if he'll work in the industry again.
It's kind of sad to hear, man. I mean, like, they would even do that, but at the same time, it's sad to lose the voice actor, too.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, their forgiveness is pretty rough in Japan, knowing
Yeah.
it's like their family already. Understandable.
Yeah, it's harsh, but I mean, I feel like if you're in those positions, sometimes you have to like set the standard, and you're a little bit elevated because so many people look up to you, especially like kids. I mean, I know that we say that One Piece isn't a kids show, but that doesn't stop a lot of kids from watching it, you know. And if they hear that kind of stuff, you know, it's not, I guess, the best. They don't have the best role models if they leave people who do that kind of stuff and just let them get by with no punishment.
Mm-hmm. Because remember, even Oda's like stated that one of his favorite things to do is he goes down to like ramen shops that have TVs, and he'll watch the kids' reactions to the new episodes of One Piece coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And like he'll just be sitting there chilling, you know, just eating, and he's like watching these kids like freak out over the recent episodes. Like, if that's what the creator is like going out and like looking for, yeah, no, there's a like a standard. And like,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and like, I mean, Oda don't fuck around with One Piece. You threaten the concept or the continuity that is One Piece, yeah, no, you're in some shit.
But also, those companies don't play around either.
Oh yeah, no.
Like I'm sure the agency that manages the voice actor for Sabo was like trying to do all the damage control they could, but in the end, it's like, nah, we gotta cut him loose. Like, we can't have him involved in this project.
That's the other thing. It's Toei. Like, that's a household name.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So any toy productions that he was a part of, he is also no longer a part of.
Eesh.
And then pretty much anything else that he could have been voice acting for in the industry, he's likely blacklisted.
Probably.
Honestly. Like, it takes like, they say like 6 to 7 years of just excellence in the industry again, just to get back to the point where they'll let you work on projects.
Fuck.
So, I mean, there's a chance, but, you know, you got to grind it out.
It'll be rough for him for a bit, for sure, yeah.
Shouldn't have fucked up.
Nope.
Put upon himself, that's for sure, yeah.
I did have one more One Piece question before we wrap up, though. And I understand this is probably going to be loaded and very hard for you, but is there anything in One Piece that you would like to see done before, like, we wrap up?
That is a hard question because he can't spoil anything.
Yeah.
But he also, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. What are
Okay.
those big things in the Florian Triangle?
Without spoiling it, I'll just go as simple as possible without spoiling. I would like to see a lot more happen from Chopper and him have a more important role within the story without spoiling.
That's a solid. Okay.
I fully agree with that.
I mean, he said he's going to be the panacea, and I really hope that's like, that's what he is like he is the cure-all human. The Hito fruit model, I don't know,
Some kind of.
panacea.
Huh. I hadn't thought about that. That's a good one.
I would love to see him, come into the story and just do a lot more for us. Like, I mean, he does a lot now, but for one, all the way back going into Fishman Island, we saw Horn Point, that new Horn Point one time, that new form he had that we've never seen. I would've
Looking
just
like
took
a
that away.
Yeah, you're right.
That shit was so cool. I was so hyped when I saw that, and then they just mainlined his kung fu point. I was
Yeah.
like, come on, bruh. He looked like a
So,
stag beetle.
Mhm.
I had it hidden. I need to know why we haven't seen it. I need to see it more because it was really cool to see Chopper digging through the ground with his horns. It didn't make sense, but it was cool.
It's too powerful for their own good.
That's solid. No, I like that. Yeah. I would like to see more choppers like pop off in like more relevant moments.
That's why he's best boy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Cutest thing in anime.
I knew we would be friends when Chopper was high up on your list. I was like, alright.
So that like Robin being low on his list didn't bother you? Oh, okay.
Oh,
See,
it
that's
hurt
the thing.
me.
That's the thing is like, your preference for women or men. That's subjective.
Okay.
Chopper being best boy is not subjective. That's fact.
That is a fact.
Definitely a fact.
And no, I think that's that fact is a nice place to leave it off. For those of you who might argue it, let us know in the comments. For those of you who don't know, you guys can actually check out a lot of Quell's different content. I'm gonna let you go ahead and plug all your different handles and things.
Yep, so you guys can find me on TikTok at Monkey D Quotes, the main place where I'm usually making content at, but you can also find me over on YouTube and Twitch. On Fridays, we are streaming Theory Piece, where we are having me and my buddy Ghost Train host Theory Time, where we have you guys come up in Discord, share your theories, we listen to other theories, we go through the community and listen to any other theories that they put out there, and that might be amazing. And, just go over them, try and make them better, try and see how we can add to them, try and see how maybe we can cancel some theories out, say, like, this is probably not going to happen within the story. And besides that, those are really my main handles you guys can find me on, and my name is the same everywhere. Monkey D Quell is the same on all platforms.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to leave a link to all your link tree down in the description. So if you guys need to go check that out, definitely do. Make sure you guys go give him a follow, give him a subscribe. Check out that. I want to check out that Friday event. I want to go and I want to go through my theories as well.
We just have to be careful. We just have to be careful.
Yeah. Proceed with caution. Spoiler warning, like always, guys.
Oh.
But I appreciate you for coming on, man. Appreciate everybody for listening and watching. Alchemists out.
No, Alchemist
Alchemist
out.
out.